All right, you guys. I think we are live on Facebook. It says check over here on my phone and make sure we are in all the right places at the right time. So, hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here with Chelsea Larson today to talk a little bit about how she established her online presence, how she launched her website, and all the amazing things that she is up to. So, Chelsea, as I make sure I have everything hooked up in all the right that needs this is Venus. Do you want to just do a quick little intro and say hello to everyone and let them know who you are and what you're all about?
Yeah. So, hi, everyone. My name is Chelsea. I have been with Becky's Academy since January. I've also been repping for Damsel in Defense for the last year. I just had my first year anniversary in July. And
Yay.
before that, and still doing, I work for a credit union here in Nebraska. I'm in both compliance and marketing, using both sides of the brain with the full-time job. I've been doing that for the last 6 years. Prior to that, I was in college and grad school for American history. So I've run the gamut,
You've done it
whatever it
all.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I was
Is there
introduced
anything
to
you
Damsel
haven't
in
done?
well, several, yes. Yeah, so no, it's been fun. I enjoy my job at the credit union, but I really, really enjoy repping for Damsel in Defense. I picked up a passion for it at the first in-person event I went to, and have picked it up and tried to run with it as best as I can in 2020. There's plenty of curveballs this year.
Don't know. You just don't know what's coming next, I
Right.
think. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's been a year. I think we can all agree on that it has been an absolutely crazy year. And I think one thing that has been really interesting and kind of fun for me to watch, especially with all of our academy members, is people are still doing really big things and finding a ton of
Totally.
success in their business and still having record breaking months and just doing better than ever. And I think, especially in this economy and the strange craziness of the world right now, they're at home more and they're looking for other ways to generate revenue and ways they can contribute to their family. And so, as much as it has been an absolutely crazy year, I love hearing all the success stories that are still coming out of it. That's definitely the silver lining of it all.
Totally, for sure. Mhm.
Yes. Well, tell us a little bit about the process of launching your website. So, we talked a little bit ahead of time about some of the things I was going to ask you, but maybe just start by saying why you decided to create your own website. Of course, your company gives you a website. You already
Mhm.
had a way for people to shop with you. So share maybe some of the advantages that you found in having your own site separate from that company site that you've been given.
Yeah. So I started with Damsel a year ago, and the day that I signed up for Damsel in Defense, I attended my first warrior workshop. I had carried stun devices and pepper sprays with me for several years before that, but this was my first in like hands-on experience with the products, and I realized that I was not prepared to use them. I carried them, but I was not ready to actually use them if I needed to.
Yeah.
And so that was really eye-opening for me. The statistics around domestic violence and sexual assault and things like that, they're alarming. And so I immediately picked up the mission and I ran. I signed up that morning. That afternoon, I had actually claimed my domain. And here's why.
Oh,
So
I
I
love
said,
that.
yeah, so I do marketing for the credit
You
union
were
that I
all
work
in.
for. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally was. Yeah. And so with the credit union, I had done a ton of research. So I had started their Facebook page and their Instagram, and now
Mhm.
I run their website. And so I understood that all of those things, like I picture it like a wheel, right? And your website, that's the one thing that you own, and it's the center of the wheel. And everything else, Facebook, Instagram, blog, whatever it is,
Yep.
points to that website. And so I
Yes.
knew that the replicated website that Damsel gave me would never be enough. I would need my own website. I saw
Mhm.
the opportunity for showing what Damsel had, like the education behind all of these statistics and the products that we offer, and just the information in the industry, that there was a space digitally to share that. And so that was immediately, I saw it from day one. So I signed up for my domain. Now that was last July, and I was introduced to your academy in January, struggling in my business, 6 months in, trying to do in person, even though I knew I needed to be digital. And so I signed up for the academy. A month later, I signed up for Launch Your Website, because as soon as I saw your promotion for the Launch Your Website, I think it was in February, middle of February, I saw it and I was like,
right.
Yeah, I need Jeremy in my back pocket as I build my website. I need Becky. I need all of the things. And so I signed up immediately and have been working on it ever since.
I love it. I love it. Well, and I think what you said around, your website kind of being your hub or the center of the wheel is so important, because oftentimes I think, especially in direct sales, we get so hung up on social media, and it's like everything has to be on Facebook, or like that's it. Like I think that's just the way that we've been trained, and the way that we party, and the way that kind of online marketing in direct sales has evolved over the last couple of years. But really, like, there's a whole world wide web beyond social media, and social media is definitely a piece of the puzzle. And I agree. I think that that's an important place to play as well. But what you said around the website and you owning that content is so critical, because I think that sometimes on social media, we think we own the content, but it really only exists for like 24 hours, 48 hours tops. Like I always say when I'm doing these videos, like, let me know when you see this video. And it is very rare somebody finds a video from even a week ago, because everything is so short lived on social media. But with a website, as you know, being in marketing, the more you're putting out there, the higher you rank, the more visibility it gets. And that actually increases over time versus social media, where, you have kind of this little blip in the beginning when you post something or share something, and then it's poof, pretty much gone. So yeah, I just can't stress that enough. And owning your content and owning your site, who knows what will evolve beyond this direct sales company that you're with now. Like it could turn into a whole nother thing, but like you have that content and it's there and it's yours, which is so important. So tell me, you mentioned a little bit, like, you knew back when you started that you wanted to have your own site. And then 6 months later, you found kind of the academy, you found the Launch Your Website in a Weekend program, just to kind of simplify it for you. So from the time you started, and I always have to clarify this, we call it Launch Your Website in a Weekend, but it doesn't have to be in a weekend. Like people are like, oh my gosh, like I'm not available this weekend. And I'm like, no. Like we just call it that. Like you can go at your own pace. But tell us a little bit about the process to launch the site and what that looked like for you.
Yeah. So when I signed up, I think it was right around Valentine's Day, and immediately you give a checklist. And so I was like, okay, these are the graphics I need. Here's the pages I need to start thinking about content for. So as Jeremy's building the site, then I'm preparing the graphics and the content and things like that, which was really motivating. It was exciting to get started right away. And just have that checklist, because I built a website before and it was a mess. It's still a mess. Like I don't market it.
It's a lot of work. I've done it too. I mean, I get it. Like, and I have Jeremy that can help me with the technical side of things. But I mean, it's a process. It's a little bit of work, right?
And so as soon as the website, was turned over and I had access to it, I built it. Well, I've got a full-time job. I'm running Damsel, trying to generate sales with Damsel and things like that. And so it was like, and I'm a perfectionist. I say I'm a recovering perfectionist, because it's like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this isn't perfect yet, right? Well, then COVID hits mid-March and my job says, hey, you've got a week of paid leave. And immediately I'm like, okay, there's my sign. I'm going to finish the website this week. I'm going to shut my eyes. I'm going to click launch. It's not going to be perfect, and I'm going to survive. And here we are.
Right. And it looks, can I pull up the website and show it to everyone just as we're chatting here? Let me do this. Let's see if I can multitask here for a second. So you had a little bit of, you had already established kind of like a name. You like you said, you bought the domain name, you knew that you kind of had a brand. But I have to brag on Chelsea here a little bit, you guys, because her site looks amazing. And we do provide a template, but like you modified that template and you kind of moved some things around. And here we go. Let's see. I'm going to share this. I think everyone can see it. So Defended Hearts by Chelsea Larson. Looks amazing. So you have your blog, you have events, shopping, join here across the top. I mean, it looks legit, Chelsea. Like,
Well,
I know you said you're a perfectionist, but it looks really, really good. And it looks pretty far from the template sites that we provide, right? So like you were able to move things around fairly easily to create the look and feel that you wanted, right?
Yep, totally.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So this is really where you're co-branding. So you're talking about Defended Hearts as your brand, sharing your story right alongside Damsel in Defense, your direct sales company. So I mean, I think this looks pretty good. So tell us what's like, websites are always evolving. Oh, and I should point out, so when you click the shop button, that's going to take you over to your replicated site, right? So a lot of people are like, how do the sites connect? So now we're on the Damsel in Defense site, so people can still shop and they can find what they're looking for. So tell us like what's next for the website, because it does evolve over time and the content lives on, and I can't tell you how many iterations I've done on my own site. I'm constantly tweaking things and changing things and updating and adding. What do you see next for your site?
Well, I started with some hostess coaching. So I created a page which kind of helps coach my hostesses right along with the party. Here's this month's specials. Here's some games that I'll play and some interesting information and things like that. So I've got that going. And then I also did a Google Forms for my hostess to fill out to give me their information. That's awesome. I just love being able to give them my website and say, here's exactly what you need. Go out. If you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to, search around on the website for more information or whatever. But what's next? So I don't have a team yet, and I am like chomping at the bit to get a team. And I would love to have some getting things started. Like here's what you'll need first 90 days. Here's what I did. Here's some of my favorites. Things like that. Books, podcasts, some guides and things like that. So I'm really excited to get that going. Then Damsel is launching their first consumable line at the end of this month. So I am using the blog I don't have it up yet, but I'm totally going to start using it for leads generation and kind of helping the people that I run across that are interested in the consumable line, who would like more information, house it on my website so I can direct them there for more information. So I'm really excited.
I love that. I love that. And with the blog functionality, you are able to kind of just do more real-time updates. So I know people that are new to marketing are like, so like, do you get a website or do you get a blog? Like, how are they different? How are they the same? So in the package we put together, you get it all. Whether you turn the blog on or off, that's up to you, but it's such an easy place just to share a quick update. Like, hey, hopefully in the near future, we'll be out doing events again. I have an event this weekend, or we have a new product launching, or a special that you're running, or anything that's more like just in time is a great place to, put it on your blog. And of course, those product reviews that kind of live on as well. So people will find you as you're sharing more about the product and they're doing their own research. Not only will they find the corporate website, but then they should also find your site too, which is the goal, right? Getting you more customers, more sales, more teammates, all the good things.
Totally. Yep.
I love it. Okay, so anything else? Anything you'd like to add just around kind of the website, the process? Anything you feel like somebody needs to know if they're thinking about launching a site? I know we kind of covered a bunch here.
Yeah, we totally did. And honestly, it comes down to me, just do it. Close your eyes and do it. I mean, the resources that you and Jeremy provide are worth every single penny. Just having that where I can just send an email and say, this isn't working. I don't know why. Because it's intimidating to build a website and you're like, one wrong click and the whole thing is going to crash. I just know it. And so just having that, that person in your back pocket that's, on your side to help you just as a resource is, yeah, it's worth every penny. So I say just do it. And as you're building it, just close your eyes and hit launch. It does not have to be perfect.
Doesn't have to be perfect. That is such good advice, because so many times it's like, well, I've been working on it, but I really want to add this or I want to change that. And I'm always just like, no, like just do it. Put it out there for the world and it will evolve over time and you can change it so easily. Like when it's in draft mode versus live mode, there's no real difference. You can kind of just update things as you go and add things. And if I find a typo on my site, I can go straight in and change that real quick and update it. But you're true. It is true that you have a little bit of extra support than DIYing it. We do provide the checklist and the template, and then the course walks you through lesson by lesson exactly how to create it. And Jeremy is very generous in his time and answering questions. And I can answer a lot of technical questions too, but I'm like, it's his department. Like he can handle that. This is his course, his thing. So I let him answer all the technical questions. And it's very rare that anyone like fully breaks the site. Like every once in a while, he's like, I don't really know what happened to this page, but we're going to have to fix some things. And then a lot of times he'll do like a screen capture. I don't know if he's done this for you, Chelsea, but he'll do like a screen capture where he's like, okay, like I think you clicked this and therefore this got weird. So I'm moving it over here and fixing it for you so it looks good again. But he'll record it to show you. So next time around, you know exactly what you need to do, which can be really helpful.
That's what it's all about. Yep.
Yes. Okay. So Chelsea, where can people connect with you if they want to learn more about your business, Damsel in Defense? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, first I'm going to say defendedhearts.com.
Yes. Of course. The website, of course.
Yep, of course. And then my social channels are at Defended Hearts on both Facebook and Instagram, and at Chelsea Larson on Instagram for me personally. So yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for being on with me today. I so appreciate it. And thanks. I can see there's some comments coming in here. Grace, Ashton, Natasha, thanks for being on, watching. Yes, Chelsea's site does look gorgeous and awesome as they commented. Thank you guys so much for being with us. And our Launch Your Website in a Weekend deal where you get $100 off ends on Friday. So there's just a couple days left to take advantage of that at the discounted price. And if you have any questions at all about the site, the process, what you're getting, comment on this video, shoot me a message, ask Chelsea. She'll give you the real truth. All right, you guys, thanks for being on. I will talk to you soon. Have a good night. See ya.